down.
Live
April 10th.
Live from Philadelphia. You see the man.
April 10th is going down.
Miami, Florida.
Miami. Listen, I'm going to
WALLO267.
It's going to be a heat one. It's going to be 210. We coming down there. I'm going to destroy it down that joint. Ain't playing no games, man. April 10th, where you going to be at? Get your tickets now. It's going down Miami. I'm telling you, it's going to be hotter than it ever been in Miami.
Man, nigga got the dopest channel on YouTube, man. WALLO267. $1 million worth of game podcast. WALLO267 on Instagram. WALLO267 on YouTube. Check my man out. Come to Miami, man.
It's going down.
It's an investment. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship, leadership, motivation is what you want. We're going to be up close and personal. You're going to be able to rap to my man. You need to be there. Yo, Wallo, man. I appreciate you, man, doing this for me, man.
My man Sean G, we waiting for y'all, and it's just like that.
Peace. Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Stigmatism, man. What's up? Do anything.
Okay. What is it, man?
Stigmatism in my soul.
Yo, listen, man. I keep telling y'all, man, I got the dopest channel on YouTube. Live from Philadelphia.
Philly.
WALLO267. Yo, Wallo, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's up, Sean? What's going on, brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, enjoying my day, chopping it up with you, building about life, about the journey of life, about where we come from, where we going. So, it's always a blessing to be in company of good people that just, sharing their thoughts. It ain't about what you like, what you don't like, what I don't like. That ain't got nothing to do with just having communication and just building with a brother, that come from where I come from.
Well, how old are you, man?
I'm 41. I'll be 42 June 21st.
41. You did 20 years in the joint.
20 years, from 17 to 37.
Born and raised in Philly?
Born and raised in Philadelphia County, yep.
Okay. Growing up, single mother, two-parent household?
It was, it was crazy. Yep. My father disappeared. Not sure, what happened. I had a step pop, rest in peace to him, Big Hip.
Shout out to Big Hip.
Yeah,
man.
Big Hip. He was somebody that tried to. What was interesting is that he was giving me a lot of information, but he was giving me the information and he was in prison. He was in my life for a short time. Then went to prison, and as a kid, I used to go visit him in prison with my brother, rest in peace, and my brother Steve. Me and my big brother, and his son Jalal. We used to go visit him, Dallas Penitentiary in Dallas, Pennsylvania, and later on in life, I wound up being a cellmate there. And then later,
with him?
Yeah, in the same jail I used to visit him as a kid. I wound up being a cellmate. And then later on in life, this was in 1998, me and my step-pop were cellmates. And then in 2015, me and my brother were cellmates at the same prison that we used to come and visit my step-pop as kids, generational incarceration. Yeah, so,
Now, wow, check it out. Elementary school, junior high school, high school?
I used to dip out of elementary, and then with age 11, that's the first time I caught my first case. I spent 5 years in and out of the juvenile system, so elementary was like something that I would come and go, because I always be in juvenile facilities, Peter. And I wasn't, at the time, I really wasn't no good reader, so I used to dip up out of school. I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I never was feeling it, because, it's just like, I'd rather... This time is live, the 80s. Going to tonight, the streets is live. I'm like, man, fuck school. That wasn't my thing.
Played any sports?
Yeah, I played basketball at St. Michael's School for Boys. I used to always play ball, there. Whatever else activities they had, baseball, whatever, on an institutional level. That's where I really played it at, when I was in institutions.
Okay. So then you fell out into the streets. You got drawn out there, and shit just kind of went crazy, huh?
Yeah, I was chasing that thing of acceptance, that thing of approval.
Check them out, y'all.
From, it's this approval thing that goes on in the ghetto. Whereas, though, in order to be cool, you got to dress a certain way, you got to have jewelry, you got to have vehicles, you got to be in the crime life. It's about that, because you can have a person that's a quote-unquote a square, L7 or whatever they may call, and they have all them things. They had a nice car, the job, but it's that wrong. That wrong is not a part of it that we attracted to in the ghetto. That gives you more of people worship you more when you're doing wrong. That everybody loved the successful criminal. So it was that I was chasing that, trying to be the guy, because I seen the attention. When you're young, you sit on the steps and you see the most beautiful of those girls in your neighborhood, and
they like the players.
Yeah, they like to play, and dudes pulling up in these caddies or these Benzes with the jury on, and them the only people that they talking to. You saying to yourself, shit. The only way I'm gonna get them is I gotta have that. So how do I get that? I gotta go commit crimes to get that. So a lot of times it'd be a indirect education that be going on sometimes, nonverbal communication that be taking place in the ghetto, and that be educating us on how we should move and what we think is appropriate and what's not. So I was on that shit. Like I gotta get it.
So you catch your case. How old was you when you caught your case?
My first robbery, I was 11 years old. I caught a robbery, got locked up. I was like 11 for like 7 days. I got locked up again. June 30th, 1990. I'll never forget. I got locked up the next week, and then like September 1990, they sent me away to St. Michael's School for Boys for a year. Came back. Oh, I got arrested on a whole pound. I just kept going in and out the system for 5 years. I just was. And then when I turned 17, I got locked up for 2 armed robberies, 2 firearm violations, and then it was a wrap. 19 I had to 52 altogether. I got a 13 I had to 27, and a 6 and I had to 25. So it was like it ran together. 19 I had. So it was like, in prison.
How much time you did off the 20?
No, 20. I did 20.
You did 20.
It was 19 and I had to 35. I mean, 19 and I had to 52 years.
Oh.
So, and I'm out here now on parole, but whatever. So it was like, when I went to jail was discovery time. Because I don't think nowhere on the planet people got time. Nowhere on the planet you have time. Only, that's the only place where you got time. A long period of time where you can relax, you just sit there and contemplate about life and think. Out here, you might be out here, and if you're working, you got responsibilities, you got kids. You don't never have, like the time that I had, a lot of people didn't have, because it was like for me to come out and be fresh like this and just energized like this, because I didn't have to go through the hardships of life in my 20s and 30s and get beat down by life. See, life will kick your ass. It'll beat you down.
Check them out, y'all.
It'll beat you down, and it'll be the moments to where as though in life, it'll be like, damn, oh man, you learning about credit. You fuck your credit up. You're trying to get college loans. You come out of college, realize you owe all this money. You're trying to figure out, do you want to be in a relationship or don't you? Babies pop up. Bills pop up. New shit pop up. Journeys of life. Friends change. Family change. So in your 20s and 30s, you're going through all that shit. That shit will age you. I have a person out here that's in their 20s looking like they 40. You know what I mean? It'll beat you down just so much. Me, I was a dude that went to prison when I was 17, came out 37, and I still had this child imagination. See, life experience to kill your imagination as you go. That imagination that you have as a kid, soon as that shit'll beat it down. So now you stop thinking you can do certain things. Now you're thinking with this logic based off experience of, no, I can't do that. But when you right here, you think you can do anything. So when I came out of jail, that's what my mind said. I was still right here because I ain't had to go through that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't had no kids, no what's name. So I'm out here like, oh, it's game time. I can do whatever I want to do. You see what I'm saying? So
Wallo, you made the time serve you while you was in there. You didn't serve the time, it seems like, because I watched some of your videos, and I want to congratulate you on your success, man. I'm proud of you, inspired by you. You made the time serve you, it seems, man, because when you got out, you hit the ground running, man.
Because you know why? I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in Princeton. I wasn't in the state pen, I was in Penn State.
Check them out, y'all.
That's where I was at, Sean. So it's a big difference. It's like, okay, damn, I'm in jail for some shit that I done. I never was one of these dudes, oh, I'm innocent. There's innocent brothers in there, but I just wasn't one of them brothers. I knew that why I was in jail and what I'd done. So I was like, I'm cool with it. I'm going to try to appeal my case because I'm not appealing because I'm innocent. I'm appealing because some of the procedures, the rules and procedures probably wasn't done right and convicting me whatsoever. So I'm like, I'm one of the dudes in here. I remember my one homie said, like, you one of the happiest niggas in prison. I said, no, it ain't that I'm happy. I'm not going to be running around on some angry shit for some shit that I done, bro. I ain't on that time. I'm cool. I'm cool with my situation. I know what's going on. So while I'm here, I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to live my life the way I got to live it. While I'm in here, this is my environment. This is where I'm at. This is my habitat. So it was like, all right, cool. And it was what it was. And I just made it the best out of that shit. I read, I educated myself, read a shitload of magazines, books that I was attracted to. You know, shit that I thought that was for me. Whether it was Damon John, Think Like a, Damon John, Display of Power, all types of books I read. It was a bunch of shit I read. You know,
you said in one of your videos that when the young niggas used to come in, you used to pull their coat as soon as they came in and ask them what was happening on the street with these
that was
phones.
my thing. I was like a interrogator, not on the police side.
Check them out, y'all.
I was a life interrogator.
Yeah.
I was interrogating because I needed to know, like, I already knew what was going on here. I know I know everybody, who they was, how much coke they sold, how tough they was, how many niggas they shot, all that was cool, right? But that shit ain't gonna add no value to my life. It wasn't gonna add no value to my life. So when they come in, I'm letting them know, like, yo, what's going on? And I would just talk to them every day, and they, you know, especially when I get a cellie that come through, that just fresh off the streets, a parole violator. He just was on the streets yesterday. Oh man, I'm up all day making them food. You want some grub? You cool? You need some cosmetics here, bro? Bang. Yeah, what's going on out there? Yeah, it was like a movie to me, and they would talk to me, and I could just visualize all this shit. Like, yeah, they doing that out there. Yeah, man, because they got what's name, just that, a debit card. What's a debit card? Or a debit card is like a car you go to the CVS. You mean like the drugstore CVS? Yeah, you go to CVS, get the card, put some dollars on there. What you can do with the debit card? Man, you can get a flight, you can buy this. You say it so, you know, when I'm thinking about a credit card, I'm thinking about Visa and MasterCards, all that type stuff, right? I'm thinking about Visa, MasterCard, and all that. I'm thinking American. I'm like, debit. So I gotta be. Yeah, be from some of them, and they break it down. Be some of them companies. It's like So you mean to tell me I can get that? Go get on the plane. You get on the plane, man. You could do. I'm like, shit. So I'm educating myself about the phones, about everything, just through people and just talking to them about the shit. I don't want to know about who shot Boo Boo and Raheem and what's the name for. I need to know about what's going on, the life out there. So when a player come through, because very seldom you had them players come through. When I'm talking about a player, I'm talking about a dude that's out here wearing the nice clothes, eating at the nice restaurants, jumping on the planes, dealing with the women, so they in different places. They not just gonna be on no local shit. So they can inform me, yeah, man, I was out Cincinnati. You ever go out there, go to this one restaurant, boom, I was at the jazz festival, or I was out Seattle, and I was, okay, damn, yeah. So how much did it cost? Oh man, it only cost, what's the name for a round trip? Damn, that's it. So it was an education. I was going through a whole journey, a life education, and it was updating my program, because you know, when you in jail, it's like consistently, you gotta deprogram yourself in order to reprogram yourself. Because you gotta keep dumping that bullshit up.
Check them out, y'all.
You gotta keep getting that bullshit up out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Check them out.
That's what it's about. So, you know.
Now, Wallo, when was your release date?
My release date was February 18, 2017.
Okay. Now, you go to R&D, you hitting the door. This your last night in. You on your wake up. You go, you get released. Had you planned where we see WALLO267 now, or what was your thoughts? What had you built psychologically and mentally when you hit the gate, when they popped the gate and turned you loose? Where was your dome at?
My dome was at, I'm going out here and I'm gonna live, because a couple years back my brother got killed. So I'm like, I gotta go out here and live for his kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, bet I'm going out here and do my thing. So when I had the cell phone and I was in jail, I realized that I studied social media, and I realized, damn, the person that people is really in tune with the most is the person that's really giving their life, their regular life. YouTube, all. It wasn't about no celebrities. Like, all right, the basketball player, you look at him because he played basketball. The rapper, you look at him because he rap. You know what I mean? The actor, you look at him because he act. But the regular person, you look at the regular person because they being themselves. So I said, I'm going to get my life. I'm going to put my life out here, show people how I move, but I'm going to figure a way. And I know I ain't coming back to jail. And I know I'm done with the street shit, so I'm gonna tell my story as I'm going through this journey.
Life is an open book.
Yep, and that's what I was just giving people. It was about, and I think people, you know, do that, just pushing people. Because when I was in jail, I used to always encourage people. Man, I got, you know, motherfuckers be like, man, I got 2 years left, this, that, and the third, and all that. I said, cuz, I got 24 months left, man. That ain't a lot of time. You know what I mean? You be out of here, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. I will always see a good situation in all situations. So when I came out here, I'm just pushing people, the everyday people. Like the everyday people is my people. Like the person that work on the bus, the plumber, the nurse. Like I was pushing them every day because I know, you know, people go through stuff. I went through stuff and I done been through it. I'm an expert at getting through some serious shit. I got through it. Came back on the other side. Wasn't angry at nobody. Wasn't mad at nobody. Wasn't entitled. Don't nobody owe me nothing on the planet Earth. I ain't hating on nobody. I don't care what nobody's doing. I don't care if somebody got more than me, less than me. They ain't none of my business. My business is just trying to, journey through life, be happy while I'm here, because I ain't got that much time here. Don't nobody do.
You had halfway house when you came home?
No, came straight to the crib. My grandma's crib. Went to a room the size of, about the size of my cell. Twin size bed. No TV.
And was happy.
And was happy than, listen, man.
I already know.
I was happy than everything. I didn't really care about, I was happy that I had 2 phones because I needed them. My man Barry Glass had got me an iPhone 7.
Shout out to Barry Glass.
Yeah, he had got me an iPhone 7. Barry Glass, that's his street name too. That was funny. He got it. That's whatever.
Yeah, well, shout out to Barry Glass with the street
name. He got me an iPhone 7, and I went to work with that joint.
What you do?
I was able to get that content. I was just popping that content out. Content.
Created you a YouTube channel.
I created YouTube late. I think I created it. I had it, but I wasn't rocking.
What you did first?
I was Instagram, because it was instant. People want instant information. Instagram is in some crazy ways like the CNN to the hood. Like that's what people go to first. So I said, I'm gonna just put my messages out on here and see how it crack. And they mess with it, they mess with it. If they don't, they don't. It don't matter. I'm just putting my story out there to the world. And people started, messing with it.
My man. So Wallo, now you're established. You're an established celebrity, I guess we can call it.
I'm just listening.
Social media giant or whatever you want to, whatever name, regular motherfucker, whatever you want to say, but you're well known. You coming to the speaking event in Miami? You gonna come down?
Yeah, I'm coming down there. I'm gonna light it up. That's what I do. I light shit up.
Okay.
Like I don't like that's my
That's what you do.
That's what I do. I light shit up. I just I remind people of things they need to be reminded about in life, and I evoke thought. Now
on your social media shit, you got your term. You term yourself as a disruptor.
Yeah, because I disrupt the norm.
Check them out, y'all.
I disrupt all that stuff that the normal shit that you used to. I disrupt it. Evoke that thought, and hey, you be like, oh shit, where he come from? I come out of nowhere.
Do you disrupt the motherfuckers who are lazy and think that it can't be done, that don't have that felony jacket like you got?
I disrupt everybody. I disrupt.
Check them out.
The people that think they super smart. You got the motherfucking blacks that think they smarter than all blacks because they went to college and they think they got it all figured out. I disrupt the motherfucker. And I ain't saying that as anybody that went to college, educated as a whole, but I'm just saying you got some people in the black community, they just think they better and they got it all figured out, but they ain't doing shit. They ain't got shit going on, but they smarter than everybody. You got a bunch of motherfuckers just moving around. I'm smart. I know this. I know that. All right, what you doing? Like, what changes are you adding to the world? What values you bringing to the world?
You disrupt that.
I disrupt all that bullshit. It don't matter where you at in life. You ain't had to be in jail. You ain't had to be from the streets. I disrupt that lazy mentality, that lack of accountability, that entitlement. I disrupt all that shit.
All right, but now what about the niggas making excuses? While you disrupt them, they got an excuse as for why that they ain't where they.
I'm the excuse killer. Most of the time, a lot of people is not where they at because it's somebody else's fault. Like
they blaming somebody.
They blaming somebody. They don't want to be accountable for the shit and the positions they didn't put themselves in life. Like anything that I do in life, I got to be accountable for that shit. Anything I do, say, or go, I got to be accountable for that shit. So as an adult, you ain't got no excuses no more. That shit is you can't have no excuses as an adult in this day and time. There's no way in the world you can't have that shit. So
Wallo, what can we expect from 41?
41 years old.
41. You young nigga, man. You young nigga. Mm-hmm. What can we expect from WALLO267 going forward as the world opens back up? All these new things going on. What's on the agenda for WALLO267?
Oh man, I got a lot of stuff going on, man. TV show, me and Gil, movies, all types of shit, man. More books, all types of shit. More, speaking engagements. It's a lot. More business.
It don't stop.
It don't stop with me. It's so many levels. I don't even got to speak on everything. Like there's a lot of stuff in the folds. I don't speak on everything, but like I'm putting in work in. Whatever's going on, Wallo, he's somewhere working. He's somewhere grinding. He's somewhere, killing more excuses that people that, come from our background, people that, come from our culture, is creating. As they create more excuses, I'm killing more. because I'm just making shit happen.
Why you didn't let prison break your spirit, man? Because a lot of niggas go in there, man, they spirit be broke while they in there and when they get out, and they can't seem to get back. But you, that didn't happen to you.
No, a lot of people, I think the overthinking, it ain't just about, that overthinking beats you up, because the person to be in there, you know, if you've been in prison before, you understand that a person to be in prison, and they'll take a year and be stressed out over a woman.
Check them out, y'all.
They'll be, the whole year, they be sitting there beating themselves up about who they woman
on the phone,
who's slaying and spraying they woman. They stressed out. That was their whole bit for the whole year. And they throw them off. They forget about life. They forget about focusing on getting out of prison. I was always a dude that's getting information and soaking up game, guidance, attention, motivation, education from things I was reading, people I was talking to that was going to add value to my approach when I get out of prison. So I was always on some just getting it up, soaking it up, getting more information. You know what I mean? I wasn't on that other shit. I ain't care about what nobody else was doing. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never gonna hear me get on internet and hate on the motherfucker. You never gonna hear me get on there and worry about what's, no, I'm cool. I'm doing me.
What's up with the podcast? $1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game, just killing shit. Just out here doing what we supposed
killing
to do.
Shit?
In our own lane. We ain't worrying about what nobody else got going on. Anybody out there that's in the podcast world, we salute them. We hope they can use what we done as a blueprint to get on for themselves. You know what I mean?
Where can we find your podcast at?
You can find it on, you know, Apple. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify. Anywhere that podcasts are played, $1 million worth of game is there. You know, YouTube, we at, you know, $1 million worth of game. Find us on there. Find us everywhere, man. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We everywhere.
Hey, man, listen, man. I keep telling y'all, man, I got the dopest channel on YouTube, man, right there. We're going to shut it down, WALLO267. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, his YouTube channel. He just told you everything about the podcast. Check him out.
And let me stop you real quick. And I just want to touch on something like...
Check him out, y'all.
And this is how simple it is. This brother right here, Sean, said he got the dopest podcast on
YouTube channel. Dopest channel on YouTube.
Dopest channel on YouTube. Let me explain something to you. I ain't got no problem with that, because I'm on YouTube too, and it ain't none of my business that he feel that way about his stuff. He better feel that way. You see what I'm saying?
Check him out, y'all.
People would take offense. Oh, how you think this shit ain't? Oh, because you only got a motherfucker might have a million subscribers and think just because they got 1 million subscribers, he ain't got the right to say that. He got a right to say whatever he want to say. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with you and you doing your thing. Stop taking offenses of people being proud and holding their stuff.
Taking it personal, man. Getting emotional.
And representing their stuff. Then just keep it going and keep focusing, man.
Hey, Wallo, man. Listen, man. Thank you for letting me get this interview, man. And I'm looking forward. We're going to kill it in Miami.
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you like this. When I come to Miami and I do what I do.
You coming to Miami, Wallo?
When I come down there and I do what I do, Miami going to have a heat warning.
Check them out, y'all.
It's going to be like 210 out there, joint. In real life. You know, and major love to everybody else that's going to be a part of this thing, man. It's about bringing people together and making it happen and just giving people that energy and that reset after all this shit we done been through.
Yes,
with
sir.
Corona, people need that reset. Come out there and get a reset. Come check this thing out, man, and get a reset.
Hey, yo, y'all, April 10th, man.
April 10th.
You going to come. You going to be able to see this man right here. Wallo, while you there, you going to hang around and...
I'm going to kick it with the people. I always kick it with the people.
See what I'm saying, man? You going to get to meet the kid up front, up close, man.
People laugh, joke, whatever. You know what I mean? We going to do it, man.
My man.
Man.
Yo, Wallo, do me a favor, kid. Tell the people, say, yo, fuck with Sean's YouTube channel, man. You got right the dopest channel on YouTube.
Fuck with Sean's YouTube channel. He got the dopest channel on YouTube. He's saying his channel even doper than mine. But I ain't got no problem with that. We all can do a thing. It's enough money for everybody. And it's just like that.
WALLO267. Peace.